Hello, I'm Dr. Sarah Williams here in the UK. Today, I want to talk to you about a common food many people trust completely, yet first. If you're over 60 or caring for someone who is, this is especially important. What I'm about to share isn't rare. Many hospital admissions in later life are blamed on falls, aging, or bad luck. But in reality, some are linked to... In this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 specific mistakes involving cheese that can affect your bones, your heart, and your sleep.
People arrive at the emergency room every day with broken bones, heart scares, or sudden breathing problems. Last winter, Margaret, 71, active, healthy, and living independently, collapsed in her kitchen shortly after midnight. The cause wasn't a fall, nor a rare illness. It was cheese. For years, she followed the same late-night routine, unaware that one of the 6 dangerous cheese mistakes seniors make had quietly created a serious health risk inside her body. By morning, she was lying in a hospital bed with a fractured hip and blood pressure, so high doctors said she was fortunate to survive. The most alarming part is that Margaret's experience is far from unusual. Millions of older adults unknowingly repeat these same mistakes every day. From consuming unpasteurized cheese that can cause life-threatening infections, to late-night snacking that worsens, reflux and disrupts sleep. These are not accidents, they are hidden dangers. Today, we are revealing the 6 most serious cheese mistakes that can strip away independence without warning. And trust me, you'll be surprised how common mistake number 2 really is. All medical studies and sources are linked below, because I never want you to rely on opinion alone. Before we begin, let me ask you something. How old are you, and where are you watching from? Leave a comment below. I read them carefully like reviewing patient notes, and I do respond. Now, without further delay, let's begin with number 6, and this one may shock you. One of the most serious mistakes seniors make is eating unpasteurized cheese, often called raw milk cheese. Pasteurization is a simple heating process that kills harmful bacteria in milk. It may sound minor, but it is the difference between safety and severe infection. In younger people with strong immune systems, raw cheese may cause little more than mild stomach upset. But for adults over 60, it can lead to life-threatening illness. In 2022, the CDC reported that older adults who consumed unpasteurized dairy were 840 times more likely to develop dangerous infections than younger individuals. These infections are often caused by Listeria monocytogenes, a bacterium that thrives in raw dairy. Listeria can cause sepsis, meningitis, and death, particularly in those with weakened immune defenses. What makes it especially dangerous is how quietly it begins. Mild nausea or low fever can quickly progress to confusion, tremors, or difficulty walking. Doctors strongly advise seniors to avoid unpasteurized cheese entirely, regardless of how natural or artisan it sounds. Take Margaret, a 74-year-old retiree who loved visiting local cheese markets. After eating unpasteurized brie, she was hospitalized within 2 days with a bloodstream infection. Her doctor told her plainly that another episode could have been fatal. While pasteurization may slightly alter taste or texture, it makes cheese safe. For seniors, that trade-off is essential. The rule is simple. If it isn't pasteurized, don't eat it. This leads us directly to the next mistake, one involving spoilage and toxins. Another dangerous error older adults make is eating moldy or expired cheese. While certain cheeses like blue cheese or gorgonzola contain safe, controlled mold, unintended mold growth is an entirely different matter. When cheese spoils, it can develop toxic molds such as penicillium or aspergillus, which produce mycotoxins, poisonous compounds that damage the liver, kidneys, and nervous system. Younger bodies may tolerate small exposures, but in seniors, these toxins can accumulate and cause serious harm. A study in food and chemical toxicology found that older adults exposed to aflatoxins were 2 to 3 times more likely to develop liver complications. The World Health Organization also warns that long-term exposure increases cancer risk. Symptoms often begin subtly: fatigue, dizziness, or stomach upset. But in seniors, they can rapidly progress to liver inflammation, persistent nausea, or organ failure requiring hospital care. Expired cheese can also harbor bacteria such as Salmonella or E. coli, especially in soft cheeses. Cutting away visible mold does not make cheese safe. Toxins spread invisibly throughout the block. Once spoilage is present, the only safe option is disposal. And while spoiled cheese poisons slowly, the next mistake quietly overloads the heart. Processed cheese slices may appear harmless, glossy, convenient, and easy to melt. But for seniors, frequent consumption is one of the most damaging mistakes. These products are highly engineered and packed with sodium, preservatives, emulsifiers, and artificial colors. As we age, blood vessels stiffen, blood pressure rises, and the heart works harder. Adding high-salt processed cheese can quietly push the cardiovascular system into dangerous territory. George, 72, ate processed cheese sandwiches daily, believing them to be affordable and filling. At a routine checkup, his blood pressure and cholesterol had climbed sharply. Once he eliminated processed slices, his numbers improved within weeks. Legally, many processed cheese slices are not even classified as real cheese. They are labeled cheese products. Unlike natural cheeses, they lack beneficial nutrients and instead burden the body with additives. For adults over 60, this mistake slowly erodes independence. And the next one is even more deceptive. Plain cheese can be nutritious, but flavored varieties, jalapeno, garlic, smoky blends, often contain excessive sodium, preservatives, and artificial flavorings that aging bodies struggle to process. A 2021 Journal of Food Science review found flavored cheeses contained up to 35% more sodium and nearly 40% more preservatives than natural versions. Ingredients such as sodium nitrate have been linked to increased cancer risk, especially in seniors with slower detoxification systems. Symptoms often develop quietly: bloating, fatigue, heartburn, and are easily dismissed. Over time, additives like MSG may worsen headaches or memory issues. One European study showed seniors consuming high levels of flavor additives had a 23% higher risk of cognitive decline within 5 years. Doctors recommend sticking to natural, unflavored cheeses like mozzarella, Swiss, Parmesan, or plain cottage cheese. If you want flavor, add fresh herbs yourself. Nutrition should come before novelty. Cheese may feel comforting at night, but when eaten close to bedtime, it becomes a serious problem for seniors. Cheese is high in fat and protein, making it slow to digest. When eaten just before lying down, it increases acid reflux risk. Nearly 40% of seniors experience weekly reflux. Lying flat allows stomach acid to rise, causing burning, coughing, and choking. For older adults with weakened swallowing muscles, this increases the risk of aspiration into the lungs. Sleep studies from Stanford University show heavy foods before bed reduce deep sleep by 22%, the phase needed for tissue repair and muscle recovery. Poor sleep worsens immunity, memory, and muscle loss. Chronic nighttime. Reflux can lead to Barrett's esophagus, a precancerous condition. The solution is simple: avoid cheese within 3 hours of bedtime. Eat it earlier with meals, paired with vegetables or whole grains. Timing matters. The most dangerous mistake is relying on cheese alone for calcium. While cheese contains calcium, it does not provide enough, and consuming enough cheese to meet needs overloads the body with fat and salt. Seniors require around 1,200 mg of calcium daily. 1 ounce of cheddar provides about 200 mg, meaning 6 ounces are needed, along with excessive saturated fat and sodium. A study in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging found seniors relying mostly on cheese for calcium had 37% higher rates of hypertension and more fractures than those eating a variety of calcium-rich foods. Calcium needs vitamin D, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K to work properly. Cheese lacks these cofactors. Without them, calcium hardens arteries instead of strengthening bones. Bone health requires teamwork. Cheese should be one part of a balanced diet including leafy greens, nuts, seeds, fortified foods, and oily fish. These are the 6 most dangerous cheese mistakes affecting adults over 60. From unpasteurized dairy to late-night snacking and relying on cheese alone for bone health, each one quietly undermines strength and independence. The good news is that every one of these risks is avoidable. You don't need to give up cheese. You just need to eat it wisely, in balance, and at the right time. Bones are living tissue. They respond to nutrition, variety, and care. Your health is far too valuable to risk on outdated myths. I'm Dr. Sarah Williams here in the UK, and I'd love to hear from you. What is your biggest challenge with dairy? Reflux, blood pressure, or bone health? Share your experience in the comments. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and sue. Be scribe. Small choices today can protect your independence for years to come. Thank you for watching.